Welcome to a debug slash best practice video. In this video I will talk about why tagging is essentials, and it will save you hours and hours of work if done right, and will help you create your form, portal, or whatever have you 10x faster. So what is tagging? For every element, let's say we get an element here, let's get a text box. For every element under advanced, you've got something called tag. Okay, if you don't know what that is, click on the question mark. It will take you to the video there. Why tagging is important and why it will save you hours. Let's say, for example, you wanted to create, let's say we get two sections. Okay, so we will get section A, and then I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll visit this in a minute. For now, what I'll do is I'll just set up account name, and then and then we'll do another text box which is called account number. Okay, so just these two here, like this, and then I will get a submit button which is going to be my Salesforce action, and then I will get page break over here, and what I'll do is I'll hide this page break, and then what we'll do is we'll duplicate the next one, and then in here we will change this to, in fact I will put a section in here like this and like this. We'll call this section, let's just go ahead and show the labels. Show labels. We'll call this contact 1 and contact 2. Right, so let's say here I'm going to get a text box and I'm going to call it first name. Alright, and I'll bring the first name in here too, and then we'll do last name, and then we'll do that. In fact, do you know what? We don't even need this. Let's keep it really simple. First name, last name, and then email. Very simple. So now I'll get a button, and that's it. So now remember, you've got 2 pages, okay? And in 2 pages, sometimes you may want to run action per page. Therefore, and even if you don't, this still matters and applies. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and do this. So let's say this field here, account name, you want to go to advanced, tag, and you want to do something like this. PG, which means page 1. You can also do page 1 and put a little colon, but I prefer to do it like this, PG1, because it's just easier, it means page 1. And then you can say account name. And then here you can do PG1 account number. Alright, which means these are the fields on page 1. Now if I go page 2, I can do PG2 first name, PG2 last name, PG2 email. Alright, and essentially what that means, let's also get a hidden field, so I'll show you the full flow here, and we'll call this account ID PG2. So whichever field, actually forget that, I'll do advanced here, call this account ID because we don't need to worry about this so much. It's a hidden field. Okay, I'll tell you why this is important, why tagging is going to save you hours. Now let's say if I go to my push now and I just wanted to push the account push here. So let's delete this. First thing first, when I'm doing this account push, I know this is going to happen on page 1. So add a comment, put a PG1 in there. Say PG1, creating account. So now if someone was checking your debug or debugging this entire process, they already know this action is actually happening on page 1. Really simple. And then this is where the magic comes in. So let's say if I switch back to form mapping and I've got all these fields and I don't want to spend time looking through these fields. So all I do is PG1 and there you go. Already know that these are the 2 fields I should be mapping on my page 1. So now I can just go ahead and do them and I don't have to bother shifting through a ridiculous amount of fields. And sometimes they can be ridiculous depending on how big your form is, how complex your form is. Sometimes it can be 200, 300 fields. So you don't really want to sit there and just, shift through like all those 300 fields. It will take you hours. So this is how you do it. And now, same thing. If you go to page 2 and then do the push for this, we already know this is happening on PG1. So now we do contact. And then here you can say PG2, create contact. Okay, and same thing over here as well. You can just go to set mapping, and instead of having to shift through all these fields, you just do PG2. And there you go. These are all the fields you should be mapping. So first name, last name, email, and that's it. You're good to go. And even in your push, I know, or if I was debugging your form, I would know this is happening on PG2. Okay, so this is great when using page break, and you should be tagging your fields. I know it might just take that extra couple of minutes to tag those fields, but it's so worth it when it comes to debugging all these scenarios and figuring out, okay, what field am I mapping to where, and do I just need to be mapping this field, do I need to be mapping additional fields? And also when you create your actions, understand that where are these actions getting executed on? Is it on page 1 or page 2? Sometimes it could be that you're executing same action multiple pages. And this is a great example in the get. Let's say you're doing a table, okay? You're doing a table and you're running this action, but you've specified that this is running on PG1, like this, okay? This is running on PG1, but also turns out this is also running on PG7. So what you can say is this, you can say PG7, PG1, running refresh. So now I know, looking at this, that this action's getting run on 2 different pages, PG1 and PG7. And that's pretty much it, really. If you do all of this correctly and you make sure that from the start you organize everything and you give it a relevant tag, you specify your comments within your push and get to say, hey, this is getting run over here, this one's getting run over there, this one's getting run multiple times in these 2 pages, then debugging everything becomes a breeze. And I see that everywhere. Almost, I say 6 out of 10 clients don't tag their fields, and when we go to debug, it really does take extra 10 minutes, and you can do a lot in 10 minutes in Titan. So I hope you have learned from this, and please go ahead and tag your fields, tag your actions, as it will save you a lot of time.